propaganda posters played a significant role in shaping perceptions of the war. Although the motivations for going to war in 1914 were complicated and obscure, the propaganda posters communicated clear, compelling purpose and encouraged activities that allowed all citizens to participate. These posters played an important role in instilling in citizens at home a sense of engagement in the war effort. The posters were published by a variety of different organizations, including both government agencies, such as the different branches of the military, the National War Garden Commission, and the Food Administration, as well as other organizations such as the Red Cross, the YWCA, and the Boy Scouts. Because women were a primary sector of the audience for the posters, many were directly addressed to them. One of the ways that women appeared in propaganda posters was as representations of the nation. The figure of Columbia stood for America and was generally portrayed as muscular with strong features. Although ostensibly female, these figures evoke power and strength. The appearance of these allegorical female figures contrasted sharply with the delicacy more widely associated with femininity at the time. Columbia generally appears in classical robes or armor. Although artists made different choices for Columbia's headgear, she is alternately shown in a Phrygian cap, a symbol of liberty, a laurel wreath, a symbol of victory, or a crown like that on the Statue of Liberty. She is always identifiable by the American flag, which she either wears or holds. Many of the propaganda posters directed women to perform tasks that were an extension of their traditional domestic role, including selling war bonds, knitting garments, as well as conserving and preserving food. Organizations such as the Red Cross called upon women to knit items such as socks and sweaters for men at the front. The cold, wet conditions in the trenches made wool socks particularly critical. The preoccupation with food that appears in a number of the posters is a response to the food shortages across Europe that resulted as young men left their farms to fight on the front. Images of starving women and children were employed to encourage Americans to reduce their food consumption and in exchange provide food to the people of France and Belgium. The expressive imagery with sharp contrast between dark and light showed the influence of avant-garde modern art. To compensate for the serious decline in agricultural production, women were encouraged to farm and grow gardens by such organizations as the Women's Land Army and the U.S. Food Administration. This concern about men leaving farm work also found expression in the popular song, "How You Gonna Keep 'Em Down on the Farm After They've Seen Paris?"
How you gonna keep 'em down on the farm after they've seen Paris? How you gonna keep 'em from Piccadilly